when there's still chaos, we actually can't address it correctly. And that's true in every spot of your house. We don't realize the danger of the chaos. And people live in it for years and years. And it's like mind-boggling because they're going to get sick. So your biggest thing is, Madam Artist, get it drawn out, and then we'll talk.
Right. Okay.
And P.S., wait a minute. You do get a P.S.
What?
There's still in force this week the big cleaning energy. The bulk of it was this past weekend, but go. You want to be between the 28th and the 3rd done.
Yes, that's why it got in motion and then it stopped. So that's why I was like, okay, why has this stopped? Mm-hmm. So I'll just call you. I'll just have a session. That's fine.
Well, we'll get you going. Let's get going. But you need to tell me clearly what's where. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You go, girl.
Thank you.
Hey, love you.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.
And please, for those of you who have read the Feng Shui books and have put cures out, probably when it was all, the fad 10 and 15 years ago, one of the big fads was wind chimes. People still have wind chimes all around their house thinking that was the cure. I cannot enforce enough how dangerous that is. Would you please get your wind chimes and clean them down, and then we'll talk. This year, the wind chimes, if they're metal, they should be metal to be the cure. If they're glass or ceramic, that's just fine. That's not going to hurt you. It's the metal that cuts the energy. So if those wind chimes are, in spots that are not helping you, it can bring really confusion and a little more chaos into your lives. So get them down, clean your cures, be cleaning. All right, we got a caller. Hi there. Hello.
Hello, Elaine.
Hi.
Hi. It is Bay Rose. How are you?
Oh, Bay Rose, Happy New Year.
I'm so excited to be able to speak to you, and I'm so proud of your show.
Oh, thank you so much. You've always been so proud of everything I've done. I feel so grateful to you for your love and more love.
I'm so excited for you. It's like almost I'm doing the talk show.
Well, right now you are.
Thank you, Elaine. So just quickly want to ask you, I'm a dragon, east, and what are my favorable directions? I heard you already say that east and west are not good this year because the Grand Duke is
That's
there.
Right. Yep. Bay Rose, tell me your year of birth, please.
1952.
Okay.
7 October. I know somebody else with 7 October 53 called in a little earlier.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. For you, it doesn't count. Okay, so you're a water dragon, and yes, you are Chen East. All right. It's the East energy, but it's an early degree of East. Now, I'm kind of looking at your house right now. You have the front of your house faces east, am I right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Is the door
my front door is east. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Do you go in and out of that front door a lot?
The garage, we go in and out of the garage doors, and the garage doors also face east.
Are they east or are they northeast or southeast? They've got to be northeast.
The northeast corner of the property. Yes.
Sure. So they're not east, they're northeast. So that's helpful. That's a better door for you to use all year. The object of the east is keep it quiet, okay? And this is the year, Bay Rose, tell me again, October what, 7?
7.
1952.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, 7, 8. You're going to protect your health this year, okay? You're going to make some nutrition changes.
Okay.
And because the East actually has a hidden dragon. In the month of April, it's the month of dragon.
Okay.
In the month of March, it's the month of rabbit. East is that rabbit energy, But if you remember the 4 sacred animals, there's the turtle, etc., and the dragon. That dragon is it's like hidden. You can't see it in the east. So you want to be very alert about protecting your health in April. And I'm going to look at something else here because I want you to be, you know me, I'm like a hawk with don't have tests at that time.
Okay.
Okay. If you have medical tests lined up for the month of March, postpone them. Okay?
Okay.
You could postpone them till, I would even say be clear of the dragon. So I be cautious about your dates. And if you have something coming that you can't postpone it, well then, kid, you're going to have to pick up the phone and ask me to find the date within that month that would work for you.
Okay.
Did you have
I have my routine tests, so I'll try and do them all in February.
Yes, that would be, well, I don't know whether that would be good because if you remember me ever standing in front of the blackboard drawing the axis, the Earth axis, where in the northeast we've got 2 and in the center 8 and then up in the next corner, up in the southwest, there's 5. I'm very cautious about women's health for these first few months.
Okay.
Because there's too much earth. There's too much chaos. Frankly, there's too much chaos on the planet. And women are stirring it up. I mean, they don't understand the danger of what they're doing, and they can't hear me, which is even more disastrous to me. But because the women are stirring up this anger, and now we've got too much earth, the body doesn't do well. So even those of us who are standing on the sidelines going, please be careful, I'm full on going to say it. Too much earth triggers cancer. And there's no way that doesn't happen. So like, why would anyone take that risk? I don't understand it. So hit February, I wouldn't go for a test. And let me just see the problem is because, you've got, your first question was, what are your 4 lucky areas? So the south is it's what's called your generating breath. Okay. Very lucky.
Okay.
However, this year, it's not so lucky because the disaster star is on it. And the reason I'm telling you to be cautious of your health, I just lived through 12 months where the disaster star was on me, and there's no squirming out of it. So you pace yourself, you go slowly, you keep filled with gratitude. I kept adjusting my nutrition over and over and get that supplement and try that and put that down. And I did avoid Western medicine. That for the most part. Okay. Not completely, because my son became very, very concerned and kind of dragged me to a walk-in clinic. The humor of that journey, which I think knowing me, Bayrosh, you'll roll your eyeballs with me. I go in and feeling really punk because I did have bronchitis. It was a 5-month stint with the stuff. And this lovely young doctor comes toward me. Well, actually, she didn't. First of all, she's reading her chart, and I've learned now to see the little bubble over the person's head, oftentimes, not always, but I can sometimes see the thoughts. But her thought was so large, you couldn't miss it. And the thought went something like this. Another old Florida bag with another, respiratory problem. So when she finally looked up, she was really startled, and she came toward me and like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to look like that." And I saw the humor of it, and I said, "You know why I look like this?" Now I looked, you know me, I don't go out of the house unless I have my lipstick on and my eyelashes on, for corn's sake. Who in their right mind would do that? And so I said, I look the way I look because I don't take Western medicine, and the Western system doesn't serve me. I was very gracious. very, very matter of fact. And she came over and I thought she was going to smack me with her stethoscope. Instead, she leans right into me, very quietly under her breath, and says, "Either do I."
Wow.
So that strengthened my resolve to understand I had to fix what I had to fix myself. And yes, it took longer than Western medicine. It certainly did. But on the other side of it, there's no side effects. I'm strong. Whatever it took down and out, I am so much better off on the other side of it. And I want you to be able to say the same thing. Okay. Now, your doctor from heaven, because it was my doctor from heaven that got clobbered. So that's your health quarter. It's the north. So the north in Feng Shui this year, well, the energy of the flying star, which represents the north, is in the center of the Bagua. What's the center of the Bagua in your body? Your tummy, your stomach, and your spleen. The stomach and the spleen energy and the whole digestive tract. And so it may be, that with some, I finally did get some great acupuncture, found a good acupuncturist. And the first thing that the line of march here is to strengthen is spleen and stomach and digestion. So I would
I have an excellent acupuncturist, so I'm going to her tomorrow.
Okay, then. All right. And you can tell her, listen, one is in the center Bagua here. We got to really make sure that the chi of my spleen, the spleen is undermined with too much worry and anxiety. And lots of people think I don't even need the spleen. I'm like, ay. Yes, you do. If it wasn't important, I think the great creator would have not put it in the first place. So, but that's, and I know. Go ahead. Well, you've had your share of worries. You're a mommy. All mommies have their share of worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your second
the
good.
back of my house.
Yep.
Of course, therefore, will sit west, and I have a big pool there.
Okay.
Not that we wanted it, but it's there.
It's okay. You're not going to. The pool is fine. The pool is not hurting you. As a matter of fact, one of the cures for the West this year is water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The biggest thing about the West is no digging. No, I mean big digging. You can plant a tulip, but don't pull out a tree. And if they're going to build something behind you or in front of you, those two directions need to be protected. So I wouldn't.
What's the lucky direction for me to face my desk?
To look into? Well, the one that you don't want to look into is the west. What direction is your office in? Where is your office?
At the lower level of my house, and my desk faces south, and my husband's desk faces west.
Okay, that desk needs a little adjustment. Okay, let's keep him safe.
Okay.
Is it possible to adjust that, Bayrose, without?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. But what direction should I face in?
Well, I'm looking at that. So let me see. I'll tell you, if you could face north.
Okay, I can do that easily.
Because that's a really strong direction this year. Okay. It's actually the best area.
Okay.
Now, that being said, Bayrose, before you change, usually our desks now, they're heavy, and it's a bit of a challenge to change some of this stuff. Take your chair and give it the body test. Take your chair and take it around as if the desk were in front of you. And actually trust your body. If it doesn't feel good, just as easily you could have the north behind you, sort of as the protector mountain. So be alert. You know enough that, if that's causing you to look into a sharp wall or, if it's creating other problems, use all the knowledge that you've got.
So if I face north, I will be facing a wall because...
Okay, a solid wall?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that means then your back is exposed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still going to suggest you try it, just with the chair. And then if it feels okay,